Here's the 2024 Big Ten football programs ranked definitively with the best stat you've ever seen. I've been working on my own stat that ranks a college football program based on everything. Winning percentage, draft picks, talent composite, championships, and we're calling it the Success Index. Maybe the Breneman. What do you guys think of that? The Success Index only considers the last 3 years. The goal here is to remove some of the bias for the big name brands and get a read on what's really happening lately in college football. Let's get to the rankings. In last place in the Big Ten, we have Indiana. One of only 2 Big Ten schools to not produce an AP All-American in the last 3 years. Sorry, Hoosier fans, this feels right. Then we have Rutgers, Northwestern, and Nebraska. Nebraska would be up there in the all-time rankings, but that's why we have this index. Combined between this group, there's just 2 winning seasons in the past 3 years. Next up is Maryland, Illinois, and Michigan State. Only 2 first-round picks among them since 2021. That's what hurt this crew. Minnesota and Purdue round out the bottom half of the conference in my rankings. Before I reveal the top half of the rankings, if you're into numbers, might as well make some money off it. Get a free $100 from PrizePicks at the link in my bio or use my code AdamB. On PrizePicks, you pick players instead of teams, so if you know ball and you know numbers, you can make tons of money. We take a huge jump in the scores to Wisconsin and UCLA at 9 and 8 on my list. The Badgers had the worst 3-season stretch since the early 2000s, and they're still middle of the pack compared to everybody else. UCLA wasn't an outlier in anything good or bad, just smack in the middle. We take another big jump in points to Iowa at 7. Sure, they punted for more yards than they gained on offense in 2023. They were the laughingstock of the Big Ten on offense, but they've had the second most All-Americans in the conference behind only Michigan. That's worth something in these rankings. Washington comes in at number 6. I was surprised by this, but they went 4 and 8 3 seasons ago. This isn't a last season ranking. And we don't have the draft pick data yet in from this year, so here they sit. USC starts off the top 5. Honestly, less All-Americans and draft picks than I would have expected, but they're the only school on the list with a recent Heisman winner. And it might be a fault in the Breneman or the Success Index, but that's a game breaker. Coming in at number 4 is Penn State. This is how I know the index is broken. Penn State should be number 1. Just kidding. I wish my Nittany Lions were higher, but this index was made to break a bias. Penn State gets guys in the league, but that 7 and 6 season in 2021 is holding the Nittany Lions back in the rank. Literally just barely ahead Penn State at number 3 is Oregon. The index rewards consistency. The Ducks have at least 10 wins in the last 3 seasons. That is the definition of it. Coming in at number 2, Ohio State. Buckeye fans, don't hurt me. More first-round picks, weeks spent in the AP Top 25, talent composition, and All-Americans than anyone else. But all they care about is 3 straight losses in the game, and coincidentally, so does the index. You got to win the big one. Conference championships is what gave Michigan the edge to number 1. The last jewel on the Harbaugh crown, the Breneman. If you've won the last 3 conference titles, a natty, and had a near-perfect win percentage over the last 3 seasons, you get the top spot. What do you guys think of the rankings? Let me know in the comments.